and my colleague Atta Issa from the majority to lead a press conference. Come on, I don't think we're sending the right signal.
The caucus stated that the 16.7 billion Ghana loss incurred by the central bank is evident in the lower inflation rate, lower monetary policy rate, lower lending rate, and the rise in international reserves to 14.5 billion Ghana cedis.
And this is a novelty for the majority to be speaking for an institution that has been created or set up by the Constitution of Ghana to be an independent body. First of all, the Bank of Ghana financials were just released. I just saw it. So does it mean the Bank of Ghana, being an independent body, was working directly with the majority caucus? That is a question for the governor and his team to answer. Secondly, there are various figures being bandied about as being losses incurred by the central bank. It would have been very prudent for the governor and his team to have come out with a statement after the release of the financials so that politicians do not play rugby or soccer with their financials. Some are saying that the financials were not accurate because Bank of Ghana incurred a loss of about 21 billion. That's one school of thought. The majority is saying that the Bank of Ghana incurred a loss of 15.6 billion. Some are mentioning 9 billion. Some are attributing some of the losses to some other state institutions. So it would have been very prudent for the governor and his team to have come out clearly. Even though these figures are being bandied about, the minority, I tried to speak to our ranking member of finance, but I couldn't reach him, will do everything to analyze the financial statement and tell the good people of Ghana what the true situation at the central bank is. Having in mind what the NDC said about Governor Addison's period when we went through the COVID crisis and the financial challenges that the government went through before signing up for the IMF program. We want to be transparent at the happenings, with the happenings at the central bank. I've been following the Senate hearings in America, and you could see the kind of seriousness they attach to the Federal Reserve and their chairman. So we want same standards to be applied so that the governor and his team takes the economy seriously. What I'm also hearing is the fact that the Minister of Finance has requested for the procurement plan of the central bank. This is very unconventional. I don't know what the Minister of Finance needs the procurement plan of the central bank for. He got the opportunity when he came with the Bank of Ghana Amendment Act to have made some amendments if he really wanted to go into their procurement. After all, he has his deputy minister who sits on the Bank of Ghana's board. There's too much interference from the Ministry of Finance at the central bank. That hurts the independence of the bank. That has to be checked. You understand? Because with the Minister of Finance asking for commitment authorization from ministry, department, and agencies, all ministries are suffering, including Parliament. For him to also be extending his tentacles to the central bank, I don't think it's a good one for us to encourage, and we must not entertain that. So, first of all, one, the Bank of Ghana must tell Ghanaians the true state of their financials, whether they lost 21 billion or 15.6 billion, whether the Minister of Finance is pushing them to have a look into their procurement processes. Number two, whether the IMF, after a marathon meeting with them yesterday, were able to settle issues with the Central Bank, Ministry of Finance, and KPMG, who did a report. We are going to take every step in our power as a minority to crunch the numbers. If we also have to solicit the help of an expert to give us a bedside view of what KPMG did, we'll do that. So it's a very serious matter, and Amin Anta Abnose Asari must be on the beat, Gideon Abuako and co. on the finance committee, because it cannot be that with Pakwesi Asari, who is the PR head at the central bank, couldn't speak on their financials. And my colleague Atai Issa from the majority to lead a press conference. Come on, I don't think we're sending the right signals.